Angela here for Access, and joining me in studio is Angela Wallace. She is the dietitian behind Eat Right, Feel Right. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Our pleasure. And of course, you brought snacks.
Yes, I did. Snacks for the summer, I guess. A fresh, simple vibe. Yeah.
Great. So tell me a little bit, before we get to the food, I mean, I know my eyes are going there, but why'd you become a dietitian? What was the inspiration?
That's a very good question. I grew up in a foodie family, so my grandmother, who's a bit of a role model to me, was a head chef, so she always loved food, and I grew up helping her. They also had a farm, so grew up going there, picking fresh vegetables and fruit. Yeah, things like that.
So
and
you
then
loved food.
I loved food, and I liked science, so it was a good blend.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this for 3 years now.
3 years, yeah.
And you have a business.
Yeah, my business I started 2 years ago, so.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you.
So what kind of services do you offer?
All sorts. I do meal planning, I do individual and group counseling, different workshops, a lot of online writing, things like that. I also am a personal trainer, so I do the fitness side as well.
Amazing. So we'll get kind of a little bit of both if we come to you for some counseling.
Yes, for sure. I think
Okay.
both are very important.
So if you wanted anyone to watch the segment and take away one piece of information, maybe a myth you need to dispel, what would you say?
I would say I truly believe it's all about balance. So I don't think that people need to completely avoid sugar. I don't think people need to completely avoid fat, but it's being able to have things in moderation. And what I call that is mindful eating. So I think if you're a mindful eater, you're able to enjoy all the foods you love without overindulging or having too much or too little.
Okay. And so now, the jewel on the table here, we got to talk about these snacks.
Yes. I guess we'll start with this one. So these are just really simple skewers with fresh bocconcini, which is like a mozzarella, and cherry tomatoes. So those are coming into season. I also put some basil, some fresh basil in between. And I think it would be really good drizzled with some balsamic reduction, so like the thicker balsamic, or you can have it plain, but it's a nice, simple, and fresh snack. Could be served as an appetizer at a summer party.
Or even as a side dish, really.
As a side dish, yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then what's next to it?
Next to it is a smoothie bowl. So I feel like we see these all over social media. I think it's a really refreshing way to satisfy your sweet tooth or a sweet craving. So the key to a smoothie bowl is to actually make it kind of like a sorbet. It's very little liquid. So for this one, I used mixed berries, raspberry, blueberries, strawberries, frozen, and then 1 frozen banana, and then about a 1/4 cup of almond milk. So very little milk, and it gives it that very thick, soft serve type of consistency. Okay. And then I've topped it with some hemp seeds, flaked coconut, and fresh raspberries.
So how many servings of fruit are we getting, though, in that one snack?
Quite a bit, probably about 2.
Okay. And then what do you have here? That looks so good.
Here is just a snack, or it could be a breakfast. So I've used a whole grain tortilla, the small kind. I used some natural peanut butter, and then a strawberry chia jam that I made. So I just make that by heating up strawberries for 3 to 4 minutes on the stove, add some lemon juice, and then the chia seeds. So
and that's it?
That's it.
So the texture comes from the chia seed, I guess?
Yes,
Okay,
it's like acts as a gelling agent.
There's no sugar in there?
Sometimes I'll put like a tablespoon of honey, and it makes quite a big batch. So, but it's up to you and what type of sweetness you like.
And then you have a banana on top?
Topped with a banana and some cinnamon. So this, you get lots of fiber, you get some protein from the nut butter, and it should keep you feeling full. So all of these have, a lot of antioxidants and fiber, so those cancer-fighting or disease-fighting properties.
And then do you have any quick 3 items that we should be eating to get vegetarian sources of protein?
Yes, that's a good one. So I love like a Greek or Skyr yogurt. So as a vegetarian source, they tend to be very high in protein. Beans, so chickpeas, lentils, anything like that would be great. I recently posted a picture of a bean salad, so having that as a side dish. I love to mix some like ground meat with lentils. Or have lentil tacos, something like that. So definitely beans, the high in protein yogurts, and then nuts and seeds. So
Perfect.
Adding those in wherever you can.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us today, Angela.
Thanks.
And the quick tips on how to healthify our eating at home, especially for summer snacking. Thanks for
thank
being
you.
with us.